The missing boater's father said he had given up hope. His mother giving out hugs in tears. We talked with the parents moments after their son Charles Gregory was pulled from the water here at Vilano Beach Fishing Pier in St. Augustine. Gregory gave us the hang loose hand sign as he was taken down by paramedics in a stretcher. 25-year-old Charles Gregory found alive but dehydrated after being found Saturday morning 12 miles offshore near St. Augustine, according to the U.S. Coast Guard. They say his 12-foot John boat was mostly submerged. Gregory gives First Coast News the hang loose hand sign behind a paramedic as he's wheeled to an ambulance.
We cannot thank the Coast Guard, Fire Rescue, St. Augustine, everybody, the paddle boarders, everybody. We just want to say thank you so much.
Gregory's parents spent more than 24 hours fearing the worst. The Coast Guard saying he'd been last seen Thursday night.
There's a God up there. If you ever thought it wouldn't, let your kid go missing offshore in the friggin' ocean for 38 hours. I gave up hope. I should never give up hope. Don't give up on the big guy.
The U.S. Coast Guard Rescue Mission Coordinator says when they couldn't find Gregory in the Salt Run, rescue boats and aircraft searched for him in the ocean overnight. This screenshot of flight radar given to First Coast News by a rescuer shows the winding path of the aircraft that found him.
Not the kind of vessel you want to be on in an offshore environment, and that's why, kind of the odds were starting to be against us in this case, despite all of our search effort.
The Coast Guard says this is a reminder to make sure you have all of the life-saving devices that you need and communication devices anytime you go out on the water. In St. Augustine, Renata DiGregorio, First Coast News, on your side. His mother and father said it was a miracle that he was found. We are planning to talk with them and with Gregory, and so that should be really interesting to hear just about what it was like being lost at sea overnight in a boat that is filled with water. I mean, I can't imagine.
Okay, so we hear these stories all the time. I don't know if I can think of one where it had the happy ending like this.
It almost always turns out to be a negative situation, a very tragic situation. But Renata, what was it like to be on hand during arguably the most joyous moment of this family?
Yeah, I didn't even know them, and I felt really happy. His mother was there. She was crying, and the father, you could see him, he put his hand up in the air as he was telling someone else that they had found him. We started over, we were at the lighthouse boat ramp, and right when we got there, there were a bunch of Coast Guard members standing around as well as his parents, and right as soon as we walked over, basically, we learned that he had survived, so we heard his mother kind of cry out, and she was hugging everybody. She hugged me. You just saw that video. That happened several times because everyone was just so happy.
Overjoyed.
It's just amazing that he survived and he's okay, and it's really cool.
I mean, the part that kind of hits me the heart, hearing the father say he had given up hope.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We just had embraced what he thought was reality. Okay, so we're talking about a 12-foot vessel. That's tiny.
Yes.
The size of this desk. I actually just stepped off. So the three of us here are cramped on a 12-foot desk. If you think about getting 12 miles offshore on a tiny John boat like that,
there's
gracious.
water in it.
Yeah. It truly is a miracle. Renata, appreciate it, and I know there's going to be a lot more to come.
Definitely.
All right, appreciate it.